Family, I would like to apologize for the previous video, right? My system glitched, so I couldn't continue recording. So on the previous video, we solved 3.1 to 3.5. Now we're just going to finish up 3.6 and 3.7. Okay, so let's get straight to it. So they say determine the coordinates of S, P, Q, R, S. Ne? So I'll show you what this means, right? Because you see S, you might be tempted to put it this side or that side, but I'll show you how to do it. Ne? This is how you're going to do it. So P, Q, R, S ne, is a parallelogram. So they mean they move from P, then go to Q, then from Q, they go to R, then from R, they have to go to S. So which means point S will be somewhere in that quadrant. So we can draw it now. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's try to draw oh, I see. Okay, let's try to draw this quickly. So I'm just drawing a visual point S somewhere there. And then I know that this diagonal and this diagonal. Remember, diagonal is the line that joins two opposite vertices. Ne? Perfect in a four-sided figure. So I know that here where they meet, they're going to share a midpoint basically. So this line must be equal to that one. This part must be equal to that part, right? But I'm observing, so I'm going to do the midpoint of PR ne, to get what that point is there because I have both the points. Ne? So now let's do it. Capital letter M of PR is the same as X1. So I'm going to call this my ones. Those I'll call my twos. Ne? Those will be my twos. So my X1 is 5 plus X2, which is -5 all over 2. Coordinate, my Y1 is 3 plus 3, which gives me 6. So here I get 0. Coordinate 6 over 2 is going to be 3. So basically, I just didn't sketch it properly. No? The midpoint is somewhere here, basically. So it means, let me erase and show you. Remember, I was just showing you the analysis. So it means, okay, it means this. Ne? It means my S will be a point somewhere up there. Does make sense? Because 3 and 0, it's on the what? It's on the y-axis. Remember, always when x is 0, it means your point is here on the y-intercept. Ne? So my S will be somewhere there, which is x coordinate y. Awesome. Now that I know that the midpoint of PR must be the same as QS, I can easily get S now. Ne? I'll show you. We're just going to use this answer here. I know that the answer on the midpoint, which is the X value, can be given by adding this one. So let's call this one 1, 2, 1, and 2. I know that when I add X1, which is -3, plus the X on X2, which is the X on S, dividing it by 2, I must get the answer on the midpoint. Do we get it? Since they share a common midpoint. Same way with the Y. I know that if the Y on the answer must be given by adding this Y here, which is -3, plus that Y there, right? Oh, here I made a mistake. This must be my ones. Those will be my twos. Ne? Sure. So it's going to be given by -3 and plus Y over 2. Then we solve it separately, right? So here I'm going to do LCD cross multiplication. This multiplied by that is 0. 1 multiplied by that will still be that. Ne? So the X value will be, I move the 3 that side, so 3 equals to X. And then here, do the same, LCD. Multiply 3 there, you get 6. Multiply 1 there, still remains the same. Then I can see that my Y will be 6 plus 3, which is y equals to 9. Therefore, point S is going to be 3 coordinate 9. And then you're done with that question. Right. Perfect. Now they want us to find angle QPR. Okay. Angle QPR. Let's check how we're going to do this. Ne? So, ladies and gentlemen, always when you are asked to solve for the angle, ne, you always going to use this formula. In analytical geometry, tan theta equals to the gradient, right? Already when I hear the word angle, I know I have to use this formula. But now I have to plan first before I even start. Ne? So let's check. So the angle that I'm looking for is Q, P, and R. Ne? So I'm looking for that angle there. Right. Awesome. So now let's check. To get this angle, right? I'm just going to do this. There are many ways I can get that angle. I'll show you now. I'm realizing that this line, right? This line is parallel to the x-axis. How did I know that? The y value does not change. So the y value is 3 there, the y value is 3 there. It means it's a horizontal line. Remember, all horizontal lines are parallel to the x-axis, okay? So now I have an idea. Okay, this is parallel. So I can do angle of inclination, basically, of this line to get this angle here, right? This one. And then I know that when I add this angle and that one, I'm going to get 180 because they form a U and we have parallel lines. So co-interior angles must add up to 180. So I can easily get the value of that angle. Okay, perfect. So firstly, I need to find the gradient of what? Of QP. Okay, so small m of QP will be the same as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So my y2, okay, let's call this our ones, and those ones our twos. So my y2 will be 3, and then my y1 will be -3, so minus -3, over my x2 will be -5, right? Minus x1, which is -3. And then let's see what I get. At the top, I get 6. At the bottom, I get -2. So the gradient is -3. Right. Now I need to do angle of inclination of this. So I'll say tan theta equals to -3. Then I need to get the value of theta. Theta is equals to shift tan -3. Let's see what we get from our calculator. Let's see what we get from our calculator. Okay, mouse. So I need shift tan -3. That gives me negative, okay. So it's going to give you -71.57. Okay, perfect. So now, ladies and gentlemen, when I do angle of inclination, always add 180 when you get this. So we're going to show here plus 180 degrees. When you get a negative, you always say plus 180 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to add my 180 there. And then my new answer is what? It's 108.43, which means the value here, right? It's 108.43 degrees. Degrees. Awesome. So now I know that QPR is the same as 180 minus this angle. Remember, co-interior angles forms a U and they add up to 180. So if I minus this one, I can easily get that one. which is 108.43 degrees. Then that should give me 71.57 degrees. Okay, but you have to give a reason here. So you're gonna say co-int angles. Why are you saying co-interior? You can only use co-interior if you have parallel lines, right? So you're gonna state here that PR is parallel to x-axis. Then that's finito with this question. If you found this helpful, just likewise, share with family and friends. And don't forget to hit the subscription button if you haven't done so yet. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. See you in another session. Danko.